Okay, I've had a gentleman inquire about my shooting stick that I used to squirrel hunt with, so I'm just going to do a quick video here. I've done a few videos with this stick, and what I did is I took half of this here is made out of fiberglass, okay? This is the half I'm holding here in the camera, and then here's the other half of this stick. What this was is this was one of those extension poles that you use with a saw on the end to trim fruit trees or limbs or whatever, okay? And I took the saw blade off and took it in half, and I used the thinner one here, the one on the left I'm holding, to make a shooting stick out of, okay? I put that foot on it there, and I put this V on the top, and what this V come off of is it come off of that thing right there, a Caldwell field pod. And that Caldwell field pod had this V on it as well, and I tried this one here first, and to me it was too narrow. I could use it, but I felt like I couldn't move the gun. I had to position the stick more so to use it, where this wider V, squirrel coming through the timber, okay, I didn't have to turn the stick. I could actually turn the gun in that V somewhat, you know, and get some degree advantage to shoot that squirrel. Now, I'm 5'11". This stick right here is 75. When I measure to about where my finger is there to this end out here, it's 75 inches tall. And when leaves are on, this is about right, okay? You can still get through the woods with this thing, okay? Now, if you was a little shorter, you might get away with one a little shorter, but now you'd have to be probably 4 or 5 inches shorter to be able to get away with an inch shorter stick. And if you were taller, you might want to go with another inch or two longer stick. And I don't recommend, I recommend using that wide V, and I showed a video the other day. This fits the contour of bigger trees better, so you can lean this up sideways like that into a tree and use it in a sitting position or a kneeling position, okay, to shoot squirrels, especially as the leaves gets down and they start traversing into trees and on the ground, burying nuts, whatever they do, the squirrels, okay. Now, a person could, with some little ingenuity, if you don't have something like this, now this just happened to fit, and I'll show you here, this just happened to fit the inside of that smaller pole, but what I did is I put some aluminum tape around it, okay, so that one there's got a little aluminum tape, and it's shoved in there. Now, if I put a lot of pressure on it, I could probably turn it in that shaft, but I mean, I don't do that. You could cut you a forked stick, a big one. You need a big one, though, with a big end on it here, and carve you one down, and, make the points, don't have no points on it. You wouldn't want to hurt yourself with it. You could do that. Or you might find something else just laying around you can make one out of. I've not really given it much thought. I just know I seen what was in that Caldwell field pod, and I took it apart. That's what I used. A person might order this part from those people. Probably wouldn't cost you much. You might be able to order just that right there. And you could, if you wanted to, you could drill you a hole and drill through this if you wanted to, and that way she definitely wouldn't come out and she would sit still on you. I've not talked to the people that make these field pods, but I bet you money you can get one pretty cheap. Maybe tell them you've got a field pod and that broke, you need a replacement, and they might send you one. But I love that old stick right there. I just need to be seeing more squirrels than what I was seeing. And they need to be a little less spooky. I hope you enjoyed the video.